Lou with another episode of My Car Story. Today we're at the greatest muscle car show on the planet, the Muscle Car and Corvette National. I've got James with me today who's going to show us a one-of-one car. James, your last name?
Kryta.
Let's take a look at the car, but tell me what year, make, and model this car is.
It's a 1970 Oldsmobile 442 W43.
And I've never heard of that, so why have I never heard of a W43?
It was slated for production and never made it.
Never made it. So let's step back with me for 1 second. Let's take a look at the front of it. It looks like what I expect is a W30 or a 442, but this gets interesting from here. So let's move over to the side. And as we move over to the side, we've got the W30 red right there. But notice this, W43. Now, why does this say W43?
Because when this engine was designated, it already had a designation, like the W30 was their standard 455,
okay,
and the W43 was going to be their monster motor.
So this actually, we're going to save the best to last when you see this under the hood. So I'm just going to start to show people what this looks like. Stay with us. You don't want to miss this one-of-one engine under the hood. So it looks beautiful. First of all, great job. How long did the restoration take?
5 years.
And now, did you have this car first and then the body, or how did this work?
Yeah, I had the car first. It's a real yellow car. It had black stripes from the factory, but you could have got the red, so I put the red stripes on it. It's got the all aluminum rear axle.
Let me show that. If I do this, like so. All right, and let's open the trunk for them. Take a look at our trunk. We have that flashlight. While we're doing that, we've got the jack stowage. We've got your jack instructions, your anti-spin. But this is interesting. Number one, we've got the color, which is that Sebring yellow that you see. But what do we have here? There's that differential.
This is all the options you could get on a W30.
Wow. Notice a lot of people say 442 is a 4-speed, and I saw one of the options was the his and her shifter, or the dual gate as they call it, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what people think. So I like that we showed that in this magazine, which is the W30 Dr. Olds. That's a rare little piece right there too. May we go to the interior? We'll shut this if you don't mind. So here's the window sticker. Now, did you have to create this?
Yeah.
You're very creative. Let's open that up, shall we? How did you, now we're gonna get to the creme de la creme in a minute. We've got your right amount of pedals. The interior is immaculate. This is like a brand new car. Do you drive this at all?
No, I haven't yet.
Haven't yet. Now, I will say to people before we get under the hood, I know I usually start the cars, we're actually out of gas. So let me give you that, but it will still be valuable when you see this there. You've got the Supreme here, but I noticed the 442 on the other side. The amount of detail here is tremendous. Let's take them, James, right to the main attraction. Now this is what you come to the Muscle Car and Corvette National for. That right there. What do we have here? We have Hemi heads on an Oldsmobile. Now you purchased this engine, and if I'm correct, you shared there were only 2 of these.
Correct. Jim still owns one. This one I bought off a racing jump.
Wow.
About 17 years ago. But it was missing a cylinder head, missing the intake manifold. We had to recreate those.
This is recreated too. Wow. This is amazing. I had heard of this engine. I have never ever seen this engine. And it's almost like a Loch Ness monster.
Right, it's like finding Bigfoot.
Yeah, it's like finding Bigfoot. Well played. And I want to show you the level of detail. Show me this right there. Tell me about that right there.
That's a tag that they used at Oldsmobile in an experimental assembly on pieces, you know, so they could tag it so when it left, they knew what it was.
Look at this with the W43. So you created this tag. Wow, the amount of time. What was the amount of time to put this all together?
Like 3,000 hours.
Wow, that is actually a full. That's a year and a half. Constant.
Like over 5 years, and that's not really my time. That's everybody's time.
Wow.
My time, you just do it because you love it.
Right. What was the things here like? Different
See
manifold.
that experimental tag on the filler tube.
Show me what else I need to know.
And then the intake manifold says Oldsmobile W43.
Oh my goodness. Now, did you have to
W31's
create that?
I'm sorry.
Did you have to create this intake?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You are nothing short of a magician. Wow.
It takes a lot of people. I had a good team.
Yeah. And I know that there's a lot of people we could be thanking right now, so boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now again, I apologize. We've got it up on stilts. It's out of gas. I know we wanted to hear this one start. But that's just tremendous. If we can, I'll have you take the light off for a second. What were, when you finally completed it, this is what, your second show?
No, this is the
Fourth show. What's the reaction from people when they see it? Was it like me where I ran over and said we got to video this car?
Yeah, it's the reaction is huge. It's
How does that make?
This never should have made it out into the public.
How does that make you feel?
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well, James, it was a real treat meeting you. I'm glad that you brought this car and brought it back to what it is today. What a fun time. Such a treat for myself. I've heard of this engine. I thought it was like an urban legend, and it's so great to actually see it. This is the fun part of my car story. Thank you so much for coming to the Muscle Car and Corvette National.